Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. We was coming back from the island of Tinian Lady, just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went in the water. Vessel went down in 12 minutes. Didn't see the first shock for about a half an hour. Tiger, 13-footer, you know that when you're in the water, Chief? You tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail. What we didn't know was our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. Very first light, Chief, sharks come cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. You know, it was kind of like old squares in the battle like you see in the calendar named the Battle of Waterloo. And the idea was the shot comes to the nearest man and he starts pounding and hollering and screaming. Sometimes the shot go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shock, he looks right at you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. When he comes after you, he doesn't seem to be living till he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched scream, and the ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and rip you to pieces. You know, by the end of that first dawn, we lost 100 men. Don't know how many shocks, maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men. They averaged 6 an hour. On Thursday morning, Chief, I bumped into a friend of mine, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland, baseball player, boatswain mate. Thought he was asleep. I reached over to wake him up, bobbed up down in the water just like a kind of top upended. Well, he'd been bitten in half below the waist. Noon the 5th day, Mr. Hooper, a Lockheed Ventura, saw us. He swung in low and he saw us. He was a young pilot, a lot younger than Mr. Hooper. Anyway, he saw us, and he come in low, and 3 hours later, a big fat PBY comes down and starts to pick us up. You know, that was the time I was most frightened, waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So 1,100 men went in the water. 316 men came out, and the shocks took the rest. June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.